As we proceed with our year of Bunkai Strategies, this time we're going to have a very brief look at a couple of things to do with stances. So people look at karate stances, especially Shotokan karate stances, and they'll say that's too long, it's not functional, it's not practical, and I believe there couldn't be more wrong. So what's going on? Well, first off, I need to know that my stance isn't from going back here to try to reach him. That's not why I want to make a big stance. The reason I want to make a big stance is because that C-shaped step is going to be up here and I'm going to collide, and there's going to be a level of contact that's going on down there simultaneous to whatever it is I'm doing with the hands. So that's got a very big use for a front stance with just the idea of your step and collision with whatever weapon tool it is that you're planning to use. What about back stance then? Well, if he's shoving me backwards, then I think if I only have a short stance, there's a good chance I'm going to topple over. And the quick rule for balance is if the head passes the hips, you're busy falling. So, if there's a shove and I receive by putting the brakes on back there and letting some of that force come around, then what's happened is I've taken things this way. So that's given me a pull method. And of course there's many techniques that we can do in a back stance. And then the last of our basic stances is of course the horse riding stance. And you say, well, if front stance is for pushing and back stance is for pulling, what on earth is the horse riding stance for? And the answer has to be for dropping, or to resist being raised. So you can use it in both directions, but the essence of it is dropping your weight downwards. Now, whether I drop down on the spot, or whether I turn and drop down, depends on which particular move we're looking at. But these are three very simple stances that are in very common use, and this is then being used at a proper practical range for the purposes of what we're doing here. So front stance, back stance, horse riding stance, and how they are basically uses of weight in direction.